Hey, Over Sports, Jacob over here, coming to you with my instant reactions from the Packers' 27-10 loss on Monday Night Football to the Detroit Lions at Lambeau Field. Uh, really not a lot much to say about this one. The Packers started the game pretty good. They had a good drive to start the game. We drove it deep into Lions territory, and then ultimately we missed the field goal, and from there it was just all downhill. The offense really didn't get anything going all night. Brett Hundley didn't look bad, but he also didn't really look impressive until the final quarter, where he led that touchdown drive to cut the deficit to 20-10. But of course, the Packers defense showed up and gave up a 70-yard screen pass and then a touchdown to Marvin Jones. So I mean, from the start, the Packers were really doomed in this game. Not a whole lot to say about it. It's really just disappointing to see the Packers losing games like this. And I know that the Lions are probably a better team than the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, but it wasn't even that the Packers lost this game. It was the fact that the Packers just put together a downright pitiful performance on both sides of the football. They couldn't get off the field on third down at any point in the game. They even when the Packers offense might have sucked, but I mean, at least give them a chance, right? The Packers defense could literally not get a stop, and it's the same old, same old. I mean, the only quarterback who's going to bail this team out is Aaron Rodgers. The defense, the only quarterback that's going to bail them out is Aaron Rodgers, and you have to have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time for this team to be successful with the defense it has. And really not surprising that the Packers lost this game. I thought that they would put together a more inspired performance, but they've just gotten beaten down and beaten down. Um, they had the loss to the Vikings at the game that Aaron Rodgers got injured. The offense looked pathetic in that game. In the Saints game, if it wasn't for Aaron Jones bursting a few big runs, the offense looked pitiful in that game. In this game, the offense looked pitiful again. Um, I do think the Packers' offense was a lot better when we ran up-tempo offense and let Hundley throw the ball a little more downfield. But ultimately, I don't know if that's going to really change anything. At first, when I was watching this game, I thought, well, you just let Hundley throw the ball deeper, then we could maybe get something going. And there were some times where he did throw the ball deep, and he looked pretty good. He had that one play in the first half, that throw to Devontae Adams. That was on target, but Adams just made no effort to catch it. He just stuck an arm out there and it went off of his hand. He should have used both hands and tried to make a play on it. And then there was the deep ball to Jordy Nelson that, if it wasn't for a blatant pass interference that wasn't called, probably would have been completed. Um, yeah, it's so frustrating watching this. It really is. And I just don't know what to say at this point. What can we do? I really think the season's lost. Um, I, I mean, I'm gonna give it one more game. I am. If we can't beat the Bears, though, there's no sense in trying to continue on. I mean, it's not Brett Hundley's fault. Um, to me, he's a capable backup. Uh, I thought he was going to be a little better than I originally thought. He missed some reads tonight. He missed some wide open guys. Um, but I don't know what to say. It's not Hundley. It partially it's due to McCarthy's offense, but I feel like that wouldn't have even made a difference because this defense is just so porous and horrible that it doesn't matter what the offense does. It really doesn't. Um, uh, it's hard to see a season like this go to waste. It really is. We were 4-1. We had a serious Super Bowl contention chances. And then that one play changes the entire season. Um, I do think that there's still hope for the Packers, but I mean, if we can't beat the Bears, there's no sense in it. There's just no sense in it. It's pointless to go on keep trying to win. I mean, at that point, if we lose to the Bears, just say screw it and tank. Honestly, that's what I think we should do. Um, would be nice to see us win a game for once and our defense to not look pathetic, but there's just not a lot to say about this right now. I'm trying to think of things to say, but it really just boils down to our defense is terrible, and our offense just isn't good enough without a Hall of Fame quarterback to pick it up. There are some plays where Huntley looked good in this game. There were some plays where he didn't look so good. He's pretty average for a backup, from what I've seen. I don't think he's terrible, like a lot of people think he is. I do think he possesses the ability to throw downfield. I think the Packers should seriously consider going out on the market and trying to find somebody that has some experience. I do think that the Packers would be better with a more experienced quarterback, and that's not a knock on Huntley because I think that he just needs more time to develop. But right now, he's an average quarterback playing in a system that wasn't designed for him, that doesn't want to play to his abilities. I mean, it's just not designed for him. I don't think he's the answer right now. And I've been the biggest Huntley supporter. I'll admit it. I don't think he's as good as I hyped him up to be. I apologize if I hyped him up too much for you, but I guess we just got to give it one more game, right? If we can beat the Bears, we're 5-4. We really only need to win 3 or 4 games, and then Aaron Rodgers comes back. But I mean, at this rate, there's going to be no sense in bringing Aaron Rodgers back when we have 5 or 6 wins. If even that, we might not even beat the Browns at the way we're playing. But anyways, that's all I really have to say about this game. Really just a terrible game from start to finish with a few bright spots mixed in. If we just had a defense, man, the defense and the running game is what saves teams in situations like this, and unfortunately the Packers have neither. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know it's probably hard to come on YouTube and watch a recap of this game because it's so self-explanatory how bad the Packers were, but anyways, those are my thoughts and opinions on the game. I'll have a more in-depth analysis and maybe a preview of what the Packers might do this week in free agency. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.